If you want well-developed legs, the squat is a must. When it comes to effectively building, toning, and strengthening the leg and glute muscles, nothing ensures greater success than the squat. As a matter of fact, very few exercises even come close to offering what a squat offers in terms of variety, building lean muscle mass, boosting the metabolism, and overall effectiveness. Simply put, squats are king. So why is it that squats have earned the reputation by many as the king of all weightlifting exercises? For starters, the squat is a compound exercise targeting primarily your quadriceps, hamstrings, and gluteus muscles. Since compound exercises work more than one muscle group at a time, the benefits are that you're burning more calories, building more lean muscle mass, and revving up your metabolism, which of course promotes overall body fat loss. Additionally, a properly executed squat is not only safe, but it involves all lower body muscles as well as upper body muscles and core muscles too. In fact, no single weight training movement can achieve more total body results. These benefits are tremendous, but did you know that the only way you can take full advantage of these benefits is to perform the squat with super accurate form and technique? Yes, you heard correctly. The squat is your number one friend when done correctly and your number one enemy when done incorrectly. To make sure you reap all the benefits of this paramount exercise, let's first talk through the steps of performing the standard squat. Okay, stand upright with your weight evenly distributed over both feet. Keep your feet hip to shoulder width apart with your toes facing forward or ever so slightly turned out. Keeping your core engaged and your chest lifted, slowly move your hips back while lowering your body as though you are aiming to sit in a chair. Go down until your thighs are parallel with the floor and your shoulders centered over your ankles. Keep the weight in your heels and push yourself up to your starting position. Now that we've reviewed these steps, here are some critical form pointers that are excellent educational references to help you do the safest and most effective squat possible. 1. When initiating the squat, think of sitting back into a chair. Learn to sit back with your glutes and hips versus bending your knees. Many times when asking someone to squat, the first thing they think of is bending their knees. Doing so shifts the weight forward and in turn places unnecessary stress on the knees. So again, it is very important that you realize the first motion of a good squat is to push back with the glutes and hips and imagine that you're about to sit in a chair. 2. There are a few times when your knees do play a critical role during squats, so let's review those. The first is at the start and finish of your squat. In these positions, your knees should be soft and not locked out. Another time to focus on your knees is at the bottom of your squat position. It is very important that your knees line up directly above your toes and do not extend beyond your toes. And finally, focusing once again at the bottom of your squat, you want to check to see if your knees are at a 90-degree angle, which of course is your goal. Dropping below this angle will put stress on both your knees and back. And if you find you have sensitive knees to begin with, keep your hip and knee angle higher than 90 degrees, meaning your hips will be slightly higher than your knees at the base of your squat position. 3. Place the bar across the upper trapezius area versus the bony cervical area around the neck region. Also, to make the movement more comfortable, you may want to use a pad on your barbell. 4. Grasp the barbell so your hands are close together, similar to that of a bench press grip. With your hands closer together on the barbell, your elbows will point downward so that you are able to retract your scapular region and keep your shoulders externally rotated. This will keep you in good alignment and help to avoid internal rotation of your shoulders, which leads to rounded shoulders. Stretch your leg muscles between your squat exercises. And don't forget about your calves. Many people don't think of their calves with a squat movement as the focus tends to be on the upper thighs. But believe it or not, you are limited by how far you can go down in a squat based on your calf flexibility. So stretch your calves for better calf flexibility and a more effective squat. Here are some variations of the squat. 1. You can use dumbbells instead of a barbell. Some people are more comfortable holding dumbbells at their sides versus placing a weight behind their upper back. Both ways are effective, but if you have no preference, it is best to utilize both methods for better overall muscle activation. 2. You can perform squats at a higher intensity or lower intensity. Notice the different ways we perform squats in mesocycle 1, our muscle endurance phase, versus mesocycle 3, our strength phase. 3. You can place the weight in front of your shoulders and do a front squat, or keep the barbell on your upper back and do a traditional squat. A front squat will place a little more emphasis on the quadriceps and may be more comfortable for some using a slightly lighter weight. 4. You can also do squats with your legs in a narrow stance targeting more of the outer sweep of the quadricep muscle, or a wide stance targeting more of the inner thigh area. You can even select to really open your stance wider yet and turn your toes out for what I refer to as the plie squat. This will work your inner thighs intensely. 5. You also have an option of using a ball and a wall. We already know that squats are a great exercise for glutes, hips, and thighs, but adding a ball to the move can add great support for the back while allowing you to get in the perfect position to protect the knees. 6. You can use a weighted vest so that you don't have to lift as heavy of a weight over your head. It is important to realize that you are limited by the amount of weight you can safely squat due to not being able to comfortably hoist a very heavy weight over your head. The weighted vest places much of the weight on your back, therefore eliminating the need to lift an excessively heavy weight over your head. Another safe option to consider when training with very heavy weight, or even any weight for that matter, is to use a squat rack. A squat rack will have safety catches so that you can quickly unload the weight off your shoulders in an uncompromising manner if needed. I hope you enjoyed this squat tutorial, and thanks for watching Cathe TV.